Hey guys, this is Lady Alexandra. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm doing some paranormal investigation and urban exploration of some haunted places. Keep in mind, I will be talking about some darker themes in this video in case you are sensitive to that type of thing. So today, we will be going to Hell's Gate in Corona, and then after that, the Kia Milling in Murrieta, and then I will be doing a little bit of exploration of a burned out house that I found near there. So I will just be telling you about some of the urban legends surrounding these places, as well as discussing if I detected any paranormal activity or how I felt at the places. Corona Hell's Gate, the urban legend of the burn site, as told by local teens and reported on many well-known paranormal websites. The burn site end of a main street. Up in the hills of Corona, on a dead-end street, there is an old signal tower. Past that, a small trail leads you to a walkway and a burn site. The story is that there was a house that stood there in the 60s. Two parents lived there along with two children. One weekend, the parents decided to go on a vacation and hire a nanny to watch the kids. On a windy night, the nanny became drunk and locked the children in the basement. The nanny then knocked a lamp on the floor before passing out. Later that night, the house burned down with all the people in it. Strange happenings occur, such as cold spots, items moving from the time you travel up the trail to the time you travel back, and toys appearing and disappearing in the basement. My personal experience here is that it did feel haunted to me. I approached the gate, but I did not feel comfortable going further. It was very still and quiet. As you see, I have left in some of the ambient noises so that you could see how still and quiet it was. And I felt a very creepy sensation. I turned the camera off and I began to walk back to my car, and I had a sudden feeling that somebody was there with me and was chasing me. I actually thought maybe there was a dog, so I looked around and I did not see a dog. And at that moment, a dust devil arose, and I quickly turned the camera back on to try to capture the dust devil on the film. And I actually did. So in a few moments, you will see when I turn the camera off, and then promptly when I turn it back on, you will see the dust devil. This was a very secluded area, high up on a hill with no other people around, no other neighboring houses. There was some sort of an electrical plant further down, and then beyond that, it appears somebody has a ranch with a lot of trees, which you saw as I was driving up. And so it would not surprise me if this place is haunted. And here you will see the dust devil in a moment. This was when I went back to my car and I was feeling very creeped out at this time. And dust devils are symbolic of spirits. So at this time, I really just wanted to get into my car and leave, because I did feel as if a presence was chasing me. It gave me a very uneasy feeling. This is the Kia milling plant. The Kia milling plant was family owned, and the myth that surrounds the mill is: a family consisting of 5 ran a small shopkeep next to the mill and managed the mill itself. The father overlooked most of the operations, though he became distant in the following years, eventually disconnecting himself from reality. No sickness was ever diagnosed with the father. It just seemed as if he had become possessed or driven by a supernatural divinity. The children and the mother looked after their beloved father. One night, on a night like this supermoon present, the father grabbed his shotgun he used for protection. He grabbed multiple shells and began to randomly shoot his family, one by one. And when everyone was killed, an unexplained fire manifested itself as if it was from hell, burning down the shopkeep and walkway and part of the mill, killing instantly the father as he tried to make an exit after. Though you can possibly hear the wailing and crying of each family member in the summer breeze, their spirits wander the mill in hopes of redemption, of someone possibly crossing them into the light. It is said to have been reported that a small girl child manifests herself at the 2nd floor window of the mill stairs. And if you catch a glimpse of this child, sadness overcomes you and you become extremely sad. The Kia milling plant was boarded up with cement doors to prevent any entry. Many still visit the plant and squander around in hopes of any manifestations of ghosts. Though the spirits linger, we wish those spirits to be left undisturbed and helped crossed into the light for peace. My personal experience here was that the mill itself looks very creepy, as you can see. I did not feel or detect any paranormal activity myself, but of course that doesn't mean that it's not haunted. There have been many other stories of people who have seen the girl in the window. I have to say, this area here was rather creepy. It's a somewhat rural neighborhood with some modest houses. It was quiet. There were some dogs barking. There were some children milling about the area. And the mill itself had some graffiti on it. As you could see, somebody wrote Jesus there at the top. I don't know how they got up there. And it was very heavily fenced. And nearby, just down the road a bit, I found this burned out house, which I decided to explore a bit. I could not get inside as it had a fence around it, but I kind of got the outside. I thought it was hauntingly beautiful and desolate. And there was this little outbuilding here, which I will approach and we will take a look at. Quite a lot of graffiti inside. There's a milling plant just in the background. I think what must have happened was this house burned down probably a while ago, and the people who owned it just decided to abandon it rather than try to rebuild it, tear it down or rebuild it, and I guess they're just holding on to the land for now. This must have been some sort of a storage building that they built, I guess. Seems rather strange. Just your standard graffiti. Nothing too original. Some local teenagers, I imagine. This area that I have been exploring, as I said, is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity around Lake Elsinore, North San Diego County, Escondido, Riverside. For some reason, there is a lot of talk of haunted places, and so I hope to continue to explore, because as you probably know if you follow my channel, I'm fascinated by the paranormal, and I have had quite a few paranormal experiences, so I'm not sure honestly what that says about me. If I'm just more open-minded, or I don't have as strong of a barrier between myself and the other side. That may be. But I have always, ever since I was a child, I have always detected the presence of ghosts around me, and I have seen ghosts and have had some prophetic dreams and psychic experiences, etc. If you have as well, please leave a comment. Let me know about it, because I'm fascinated, and I hope we can perhaps start some sort of a dialogue between me and other people who have a similar mind frame. I'm also going to continue my investigation and exploration of the occult and sacred texts, as I said in my last video. And a couple of you left comments stating that that is something that you have been studying deeply for many years as well. And I'm honored to have people like that to discuss these things with. So, thank you to my subscribers. I have nearly 1,000 now, and I'm have no plans on stopping making videos, so hopefully this continues to grow, and I hope I can learn something from you, as it's a continual learning process. There's so much to learn, and even after an entire lifetime, a person cannot even scratch the surface. But I guess we do as much as we can with the time that we have here. Thousands of years of sacred text to cover within an 80-year lifetime. 80, 90, 100, however long we live. Anyways, I've just been rambling, but this is this burned out house. At one time, it looks like it must have been quite an estate with this kind of a large courtyard in the middle. It was probably pretty nice. It's a shame it burned down. Well, this video is about done. I hope everybody is having a lovely fall so far. Fall happens to be my favorite season, and Halloween is approaching, and I plan to have many new videos coming out soon because it's much in keeping with the season, of course. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any requests, please let me know below. And thank you again for all the support. Have a wonderful evening and sweet dreams.